your host, Laura Lee
and Manny M.U.A.
Manny M.U.A.
Manny M.U.A.
You guys, we have some pit tea today. We have a pit from hell.
We're doing rapid fire, by the way.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
I will say there's a lot going on in the world, so we thought we'd hit some things.
We hit some topics.
This is our second to last episode before the year's over.
Just a reminder, at the end of December, we will not have any episodes till January. So we'll have this episode and one next week, and then that is it.
The last 2 weeks are off for us. I'm so excited.
I'm going to be chilling.
Yeah,
I'm going to be in my sweats. I'm going to be in my White Fox sweats, laying on the couch.
I'm going to be in this and that.
You're going to be in a halter top.
I'm going to be in a halter with fur on it.
That's right.
And it looks fucking cute. The whole outfit today is very cute, Laura.
I wanted to do something festive.
It's getting festive.
I actually wore these pants New Year's Eve in Cabo like 2 years ago. And I was like, I feel like today's a good day to bring these pants back out for some reason, right?
For New Year. I was thinking, I'm like, those looks like such New Year's pants. You saying that, I'm like, oh my God, of course.
New Year's pants.
New Year's.
They are New Year's pants. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But first, we have a pit that we want to talk about. And maybe this happened to some of you guys. Maybe it just happened to me and Manny, but I don't know. But our Sephora accounts got hacked.
You guys, how is it that our Sephora accounts got hacked? Laura's got more hacked severely than mine.
It did.
But
the hacker is very adamant. So how it happened for me is someone goes in, even though they don't know my password, I don't know how they're getting through Sephora's system. Same for you. They're getting through.
They're getting through in some way.
And they go in and they change all your information, which then locks you out of your account. And then what they do is they transfer all your Sephora Rouge points over to one of their accounts. They don't stop there then. Then they contact customer service and they start saying to customer service that they didn't get your packages, which they're printing to be theirs, and they want a refund. And because customer service it's pretty lax at Sephora.
Totally.
It's very lax. They just give them the refund and they just, I guess, take their word for it. So not only are they getting our points, whatever,
the status,
they're getting money for our orders, which we did get. So I've spent, and my husband 5 days on the phone, because my thing is, I don't care. Like if Sephora wants to have a lax system and get gooped and duped through the returns thing, it sucks because it shows that I'm returning stuff that I'm not returning because I did get it. They're saying their package was missing.
Right. Thank you so much to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this portion of full coverage. You guys, who wants better sex?
Woo!
And let's start having it immediately. You guys, that is the best thing about Adam and Eve. It's a great website.
And what's awesome is you can get 50% off one item, free shipping, rush processing. So if you're looking for a spicy holiday gift, check out Adam and Eve. You guys can enter the code FULL at checkout. That's FULL, FOOL, at adamandeve.com. This is an exclusive offer specific to this podcast. So be sure and use this code FULL to get the discount. 100% free shipping. It also comes in discreet packaging and you get it fast because now they have rush processing. So use code FULL.
Thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of full coverage. You guys, ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. And we're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, located near you, treat almost any condition under the sun. It's absolutely incredible.
Go to ZocDoc.com/full and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/full, ZocDoc.com/full.
But it sucks for the brand. Sephora has no anything.
Well, they have to have a better system then.
They do.
And Sephora is
the brands have to pay for the returns.
Oh yeah, exactly. So they're like, whatever. They're like, whatever. But also, it's just like, I don't know how this person keeps getting in my account, and then they will change all my information. I have, my address, my phone number, my email, my credit card numbers, my PayPal, everything on my Sephora account. And so I'm like, that's why I'm freaking out. Like, I don't care about the points. Still,
girl, take the points.
Girl, take the points.
Don't even deal with that.
So I went back and forth with Sephora so many times with their customer service, and they would be like, "Oh, we can just reset your password, and it'll get the hacker out." And I'm like, "It won't. The hacker got in, and they didn't know my password."
So how would it change?
And so they were like, "Well, we can just change your email then, and then the hacker won't know your email that's with your Sephora account." And I'm like, "They still still got in. So every time they would reset something, the hacker would get back in like 5 minutes and lock me out. So we would call back, and the hacker was messaging customer service at Sephora as quick as I was calling them and getting them to switch it every time. So I talked to I was literally had to be like, can I speak to your manager? Literally, because I was like, you guys can only do so much.
Exactly.
I feel like customer service reps, they have like something they have to go by.
They do. They have like an outline, I'm sure.
An outline they have to go by. So it's like, if this happens, this is what you do,
exactly.
know? And so that's all they can do as a customer service rep. So I was like, can I just talk to the manager? So I explained the full story to the manager, and she said she put a note on my account to make sure, like, if the hacker calls into customer service or whatever it is, do not change anything back on this account. I got hacked again.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
How many times have you been hacked total now?
I think, Ty, how many times do you think it's been they've gotten into my account? Probably like 10, 15 times. Yeah. It was. So I eventually just lost my Rouge status with Sephora, and I completely deleted my Sephora account because they broke into my account so many times. And it's more so like my personal information's on there. And if Sephora doesn't really have, I guess, like a way to keep a hacker out with all my personal information and stealing my stuff, then I don't want a Sephora account.
Totally.
That's fine. I'm no longer a Rouge at Sephora. I guess that's my real pit.
I didn't know that you ended up deleting your account.
Yeah, I had to end up deleting the account because I am just like, screw being Rouge member, screw having a Sephora account, being a member. I don't want my information stolen.
Exactly. At that point, like, fuck the membership.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be the same way.
Exactly.
And you guys, 2 days later, who gets hacked?
So it leaves me to wonder if multiple people got hacked, or is it someone online that watches us and they got our email and they try to go in and pull a fast one?
Or other beauty gurus. What if there was like, what if they just pulled a bunch of beauty gurus?
Yeah, like a bunch of internet people they follow.
A bunch of people that would technically buy things from Sephora, and they would like pulled from them.
Yeah. Because they know we have points. They know we spend a lot of money on Sephora. So I'm like, what kind of low person?
Girl.
It's like.
That's crazy. It's like, honestly, like the fact that they stole the points and then they're like, oh, we want money back for purchases that they never made.
It's like thieves.
That's crazy. Yeah. But I always feel like the holidays bring out the worst in people.
True.
I really do.
That's true.
And when I called the customer service, I did the same thing the Lord did. I was like, hey, I'm getting hacked. Like, my best friend got hacked literally 2 days ago. I know this is going on in your guys' accounts. Like, you guys need to switch something. And like the poor customer service person was just so confused, like had no idea what was going on. And they're like, we can't put a note on your account. You'll hear back from us in 7 days. And I said, no, I won't.
No, you will not.
I was like, no. I need it to be solved now because I have information, my personal information on this account. So it needs to actually go through pretty quickly. And I was pretty stern about it too. So then hung up with him, recalled to get someone else. I got a different person. And then so apparently he had put my email down wrong. So I literally was like, girl, this literal freaking mess. So I finally changed all my stuff to change all my account information. I haven't gotten re-hacked necessarily yet.
Can you get in your account on the app right now?
Oh no, should I try?
Try right now. I bet you're re-hacked.
Honestly, I really could be.
You'll be in your account and then you'll click account and try, and but you have to sign in, and then
it's not letting me log in.
So because it's not letting you log in, it means that they changed your email and password.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
It is a frustrating thing going on. I don't know if it's happening to everybody. So maybe you guys can tell us if any of y'all have been hacked, or is it just like people that follow influencers that are targeting them? Because the only other person I know that got hacked is Manny. So it makes me wonder, did someone do that? Anyways.
See, again, like I was saying, like if I also get hacked too or whatever, I'm going to delete my account as well.
Yeah, because it's not worth it.
It's not even worth it. And the thing is, like when I went in and rechanged things, once I got hacked the first time, I just rechanged like all my information. I was like, I don't want people to, even if they were to get into it again, and I did it really fast. So I changed like my address, I changed like everything. And I deleted my number off of there. I did everything. So now I'm like, okay, well, even if they did get back in, I'm like, none of my account is like even correct, or even none of my information is correct.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, you got in, but none of my information is right.
At one point, the hacker changed, because I called customer service so many times, and at one point, the hacker changed my date of birth, and the girl in customer service straight up goes, what's your date of birth? I told her my date of birth. She goes, the hacker changed it, so if you don't know what they changed it to, I can't help you. I was literally like, is this a joke? This is
crazy. This is a sick joke.
Like, this can't be real. So, and then I was like, you know what? Change my password one more time. They did it. We got in for 2 seconds. We deleted the account.
Period.
We're like, okay, how about that? But it's sad that like that is what's going on. I feel like Sephora is such a massive company. Like I'm sure this is just now happening and they're going to have to figure it out.
And also imagine them too, though. Like they're thinking like, is Laura the hacker? Like they could be thinking that you're the freaking hacker.
They did. They thought. They told us they think that I'm the hacker.
Yeah. Like how would they, technically how would they know? Unless they literally go to your channel and hear your voice and compare it.
At one point, y'all, I cannot even tell y'all how many times we talked to customer service. It was crazy. I was just like, I was trying to be like, when I was talking to the manager, not just the customer service rep, I was like trying to be like, listen, can you tell me if you can help me or not? Like, can you be straight up with me? Because if you can't, I said, I'm an influencer and I have some contacts at Sephora through PR and working with Sephora. Like maybe I can contact them and they can help me, you know, in a way. So I was like, so if you can't help me, like, can you tell me? And she kind of like just didn't say anything.
She just brushed it off.
She brushed it off. I was just like, ugh. You're not gonna be straight up and be like, bitch.
She doesn't even want to admit that because then it's her job to be jeopardy.
It's her job to say. So I wanted her to just be like, just tell me if you can help me or not. Please just be honest. But yeah, I don't know. So it's a mess, and that is our pit.
The fact that they have a joint pit is crazy.
That's a crazy one.
Crazy.
So I was telling Manny all about this. Like I'm like, Manny, I'm like I'm
what the fuck? What the fuck?
Catching him up. 2 days later, he sends me a screenshot.
I got an email from Sephora. I'm hacked.
I said, you're hacked.
I was like, fuck. Like, I was so pissed.
I know. It's a flaw in the system. There's a flaw in the system.
I feel like maybe they just have like, I mean, there could be like, it should be a bug that's like literally like, a lot of people are getting hacked. You know, like they could just have a certain thing like that's happening that way.
Well,
also, how do you keep track of that many Sephora accounts?
I know. It's a person because they told me that the person is messaging them.
Like a human being.
A human's like messaging them to switch my stuff over and pretend to be me. So yeah, I don't know. I
guess I'll be deleting my account too.
Girl, it ain't worth it.
It's not. It ain't worth it. Tyler said it was an inside job, guys. That's what he said.
Say that.
It could be an inside job. No. I don't think so. This is a case for the FBI.
That is what I'm calling.
Call Chris.
Biden or Chris.
Oh, call Chris or Biden, either or.
I'll call one.
I think both would get things done in different ways.
Yeah. A lot can happen.
A lot can happen with Kris Jenner and Biden.
What is your peak?
My peak is...
Ooh,
let me read what my peak is specifically. Because I did have a peak and I was like, oh my God, this is totally my peak. Oh my God, my peak. Okay. My peak is that I just got this brand deal with 99 Cent Store.
Sickening.
And I'm like, okay, this is like so cool. Like it's kind of like out of my wheelhouse, really. It's not really like in my realm of brand deals I would usually get. But I'm like, I'm so down. This is so cool. I've been to 99 Cent Stores in my life. Like obviously it sounds like really fun. So they sent me the concepts and I was like, I think it'd be really fun if I try to recreate Laura's bark, her chocolate bark, because all the ingredients are at 99 Cent Store. And
it's honestly a pretty
and it seems easy.
It's easy.
And I was like, so I literally go to the, like, I'm at the 99 Cent Store and I'm like, Laura, I'm going to recreate your bark. And I'm like literally hunting for it. I'm so excited. I have all the ingredients now. I haven't done it yet because I still have to like finalize the deal, but I have all this stuff for it. I have, mind you, it's funny because I had to replace things. Like they don't have every single aspect.
Yeah.
But like instead of getting like freeze, like or dried cranberries, I got like fresh cranberries.
Oh yeah.
Instead of getting like caramel, I got like dulce de leche, like the little like condensed
yummy
milk. So I would like replace like little things here and there that they didn't have. Instead of pretzels, how to get chocolate covered pretzels because they didn't have pretzels.
Yeah.
So I was like, babe,
you're making it happen.
It out.
You're
and I'm
making
just, like,
it happen.
So I just think I'm excited because I don't do like cooking stuff. Obviously, like I don't really know how to cook or do anything like that. So I think it'd be really funny in general to try to recreate your thing.
Oh, I love it.
Because it looks so beautiful. And I was like, fuck, if I can even just get it to be like 5% of what Laura's looks like, I would be elated.
You can do it.
I'm excited. And I was funny because I was telling my mom about it and she was so proud, by the way. She was so proud.
Aww.
She was like, you got a deal. That's a food thing. She, literally, my mom will read me to Phil sometimes. And she'd be like, she literally, the other day, she goes, Manny, why can't you be more like Laura and do like really beautiful food stuff? And I'm like, so she's shredding me while bringing Laura up, which I think is lovely. But I was like, she was like, look what she just did with the chocolate bark. And I'm like, I know, Mom, she does such a beautiful job. I think it's so amazing. But like, I am not good at stuff. Like, I'm not aesthetic like Laura. Like, I don't really have that thing in me. And she's like, well, she just does such a great job. And I think that it would be nice if you could do that too. And I'm like, well, fuck my drag. And I go, Mom, I was like, Mom, you don't like when I react to thirsty men? Like, you don't like when I do thirsty men? She's like,
Manuel, why don't you make chocolate bars?
yes. She's like, why don't you make like cute stuff like Laura does? And I'm like, because I don't know how to fucking do that.
Have I told you I love your mom today?
Every day.
Every day.
And I literally was just laughing at it because I'm like, Mom, look, I just got a deal and I'm going to include like a foodie thing. And she was like,
she's going to eat it up.
And then my brother was clowning me because I told him all the stuff that I got for it because I was like so excited. I'm like, all this stuff. And Nick comes in, he's like, is he making a Lunchable? I was like, no, it's going to be great. I have a good feeling about it. I think it's going to be great. So the full fam will see when I create this chocolate bar.
I love it.
It's going to be sickening. So that's my peak. I'm actually pretty excited about it.
Okay, well, my pick is Alabama. We beat Georgia.
We beat Georgia.
We beat Georgia. In the SEC championship. So that put us in the playoffs for the national championship game.
Against those cheating ass Michigans.
Oh, see,
I'm kidding. Only because you tell me these things. I know. But apparently Michigan was caught cheating.
Michigan got caught up, and they're somehow the number one team in the nation. They're also the team that got caught up cheating this year.
Right.
So that's very interesting, their placement to me.
To be number one.
Isn't that interesting that they fell on number one, but they also cheated? Yeah. Well, it's under investigation, but they did get caught. Their coaches going to other schools during their games and reading their signage that they hold up, which calls the play. So, schools have special little hand motions, signs they'll hold up to call the play. So, if your coaches know all the plays, they know what's coming every time to tell what the defense or offense to do.
Yes.
Yeah, they recorded it, which is, you can't do that. So they got caught up with that, and they're also number one. But anyways, we will be playing Michigan. Listen, Michigan people, don't hate me, but I think we're going to kick your ass. I do. I do.
Tyler's screaming
I think Michigan isn't used to playing SEC football, and we play SEC football. That's all of our games, intense. Baby. And they're very intense. And we just beat Georgia, who I love Georgia, by the way. It's my second favorite football team. I always root for Georgia if they're not playing Alabama. They were the number one team in the nation, and we just took them out. It was a good game, too, y'all. I knew it would be a good game. I didn't know we'd win that game.
It was in the air.
Yeah, I kind of thought we would lose.
I didn't watch this one personally. Tyler was literally at the game.
Tyler went to the game.
Laura was at the house.
I watched every bit of it.
And I was...
It was such a good football game. I
don't know what I was doing. I was probably getting pounded or something.
You probably honestly were.
I was probably getting pounded out. I'm just kidding.
No, don't watch this one.
Please. But that's actually really exciting. I think that's really fun, especially when it's like your team that you're rooting for, and it's just like they make it so far.
And guess where the playoff game is?
I know where it's
Pasadena, baby.
California.
It's in California,
so you're going.
Oh, of course I'm going to that.
A playoff game in California.
Alabama's
so
playing in LA. Are you kidding me?
Babe, you're going to be painting your face red.
I already bought an outfit.
Have a big A like this.
I sure am. I already bought a full outfit.
I'm so excited.
So I think my prediction, okay, Michigan fans, this is the thing. I think we're going to kick your ass. And if you guys don't read our play cards.
Battles, dude, the battling words.
If we lose, you can give me hell when we come back for the new year. Period. If you remember. But you can give me hell if we lose. You guys can 100%. Shit. You guys
they will shred you.
Give me all the shit. As an Alabama fan, you can give me all the shit.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I just think it's so fun that like college football is such a huge thing.
It is.
Like, and I always thought just like it was just NFL was like the thing.
Until you met an Alabama fan.
And then I met an Alabama fan, and I was like, oh, there's a college ball. It's like a whole different thing.
We, in Alabama, we don't care much for the NFL. We don't have a team in Alabama, a professional
so that's probably
football
why.
team. Yeah, so it's all
more
focused
on the college.
I don't think a professional team would do good in Alabama because it's so honed in. And throughout the South, it's honed in on college football.
Got it. So it's like, what's the point even?
It's where we put our money, our time, our energy, our efforts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Go Bama. RTR. Roll Tide, roll Tide, roll Tide.
What's RTR?
Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide, roll? That's what it is? RTR.
You can say...
RTR. BRB. LMFAO.
Rammer, jammer, yellow hammer, give them hell, Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. Maybe even Alabama.
Rammer, jammer, yellow hammer, give them hell, Alabama. Hey, Auburn, we just beat the hell out of you.
Wait, is this the cheer?
Rammer, jammer, yellow hammer,
damn, y'all are vicious.
Rammer, jammer is just something we say.
So when you guys go to a school and there's like the other team against you, are you guys like,
I personally,
Well, not you.
not me,
Because
not me.
you have tact.
I have tact. I'm not that person.
Are other people like ready to battle each other in different teams?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I mean, some grown men be acting a fool out there.
Well, grown men are naturally acting a fool.
That's
all the time.
true. Embarrassing themselves. Tyler's the grown
man who's acting a fool out there.
I don't believe in that behavior.
I don't
think
either.
you should just root for your team and mind your business.
Behave.
Root for your team and mind your business.
These bitches.
Yeah, so.
All these bitches with little calves.
You small calf bitch.
You small calf ass bitch.
So I'm so excited though. I didn't think we'd make it this far. We started out really rough this year. I didn't see it happening for us, and we really got our shit together.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
For all that you personally have done, Laura.
Thank you
very
so
proud of
much.
you. The team owes you a lot.
The team owes me a lot. It does.
For all that moral support you send.
Yeah. My dad was such a psychotic Alabama fan that we were not even allowed to have like Auburn. Not that we would because we weren't an Auburn fan, but like anything Auburn in our house.
No, like the color Auburn?
No, just like because like in the South, everything has Auburn or Alabama on it. Every cup, every car tag, every sticker, every t-shirt.
Got it.
So we were not allowed to have anything Auburn in our house. And I think that is psychotic.
100%, but that's how you grew up.
Yep.
And that's why you're a big Alabama fan.
Yep.
Me over here thinking the color Auburn, I'm like, you can't have maroon? Like, that's crazy. You can't even have maroon
Actually,
colors.
you're wearing Auburn. They're navy blue and orange.
No.
Yes.
Laura, why'd you tell me I would have worn this?
You can wear that now.
I'm done. Thank you so much to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. You guys, who wants better sex?
Woo!
Me! And let's start having it immediately. You guys, that is the best thing about Adam and Eve. It's a great website that offers 50% off just about any item plus free shipping, which includes rush processing. It's basically a sexy site. So you can go find underwear, lingerie, you can find literally toys, anything under the sun that you might need in a sexy time situation. Adam and Eve will freaking have it.
They will. And what's awesome is you can get 50% off one item, free shipping, rush processing. So if you're looking for a spicy holiday gift, check out Adam and Eve. You guys can enter the code FULL at checkout. That's FULL, FOOL, at adamandeve.com. This is an exclusive offer specific to this podcast. So be sure and use this code FULL to get the discount. 100% free shipping. It also comes in discreet packaging, and you get it fast because now they have rush processing. So use code FULL.
I love Adam and Eve. I've literally personally bought so many things from there that it just works out perfectly. So it's huge fan. Thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. You guys, ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. And we're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, located near you, treat almost any condition under the sun. It's absolutely incredible.
I absolutely love the app because you can get appointments for as quick as 24 to 48 hours. And sometimes, in some cases, you can even score same-day appointments, and you can find the doctors that you need that are in your insurance network. So just break down the process. They make it so easy for you.
And if we're reading like reviews on products and like random things to get, why aren't we reading reviews and doing reviews of doctors? Like, that is so freaking amazing that they do this. And the app is absolutely free.
Go to ZocDoc.com/full and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/full. ZocDoc.com/full.
Woo! Okay, so should we get into the rapid F?
Let's
rapid freaking fire.
Let's
we have a few topics, y'all. We got some tops. Let's move on to hot topics. How you doing?
How about hot topics? I want people to leave me alone, but I don't leave them alone with the hot topics.
Just like this. I love Wendy.
Rolling the window up.
We miss you, Wendy. Okay, first things first. I feel like we should talk about our biggest one first, which I feel like was the Squid Games.
Okay, yes.
I feel like that is like the biggest story because if you guys don't know, Netflix just launched a new reality competition show, Squid Games, The Challenge. So it's basically taking the show Squid Games, turning into a reality competition show.
So smart, by the way.
Genius, because Squid Game's huge.
Huge.
Huge. So they turned it into a reality competition where they literally do the like actual exact same shit from the show.
And they even make them pretend that they passed away. Like whenever they get out, they have to go like this.
Laura, when they pass away, I'm literally like cringed out low key.
It's so so bad.
Well, no, they've got like this.
But you know the producers made them do it.
Oh, they definitely did. There's no way. Because they literally go like this. They get like their squid. They get inked and they're like this.
And I would be so mad I wouldn't even be able to do it. You can tell they don't want to do it because they're so distraught that they just got out and then they have to act. And they want to just cry and run out.
And you get inked at the very end.
That's different. That hits different. So basically, they set up Squid Games, the TV show, as a reality TV show. And all the players play the same games, but it's reality and it's like turning people and allies.
With all the beds. It's like literally the exact same sets too.
It's really cool to watch. Manny said he loved it, so I jumped in and watched it. I got so addicted to it. We're still waiting to find out who wins. By the time this episode,
Tuesday. I wonder
tonight.
Is it out on Tuesdays?
I don't know. Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, but I don't know if.
Oh, you don't know when.
I don't know when they do the final episode. No idea.
Well, maybe I'm sure we'll know by Friday.
Maybe we'll know, by Friday, but we don't know right at this moment.
Okay, but now, there was 450 people that start. So what happened?
So, guys, first of all, it's absolutely wild. Like the show in general, like when you're watching it, it's literally so well done, just like the actual Squid Games TV show was. So it's a reality competition show that people kind of form alliances. They do what you think they would do, like very Survivor, Big Brother, like those kind of worlds kind of merge into this game. And now as we've gotten down to the final where it's the top 3. So we're only at top 3 right now and from 450. So basically what's going on is that there's like this, like a lot of the people that were on the show, the 450 are like coming out being like saying that it was a very like bad or hard experience, that they had to do these things that like Netflix wasn't almost prepared for the amount of people that they had, and like there wasn't enough people to help out.
Wow.
Because there was 456 contestants.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Have all the Netflix people. There wasn't enough helpers, and so now they're like doing all these like exposés on the show.
One was the red light, green light. You know, her head turns around. You have to freeze, and if you move, you get out. She turns back around. Green light, you run as fast as you can to the finish line, and then when she turns around, you freeze. What they're saying is, you watch the show and it seems like they turn around for 10 seconds. You know, you got to be still for like 10 to 30 seconds, maybe a minute of just being like frozen. Okay, tell them how crazy it was.
The reality is that they filmed this in London. So they flew all the people that were from America out there. They brought people from England out there, whatever. So there's there's a boiling pot of different types of people, which is really cool. But it's all filmed in London and it's very cold, right? So apparently Red Light Green Light was actually filmed with the roof completely like gone. And you guys, we don't know that. So it's freezing. People are actually like literally freezing in their little tracksuits outside.
They have to wear the little tracksuit, so they can't wear like a parka and gloves. Like you have to be in uniform, which is not a warm uniform.
Oh no, it's like small. It's like a tracksuit. So they're freezing. They're doing the red light, green light game. So apparently every time that they do like the pause of the red light, green light, they either send in a drone or the entire camera crew comes out, records everyone's reactions for the show, being that it's an actual TV show. They have to record all the reactions, everyone paused, getting inked, all that kind of stuff. They're paused instead, like what we thought, like 30 seconds to a minute. They're paused from 30 to 40 minutes.
In the freezing cold, frozen. So imagine standing in place like this, frozen for 40 minutes with the lightest jacket on in the freezing cold. Or one
How are you
girl
not shaking?
accidentally, like when she stopped, she just got really low and she accidentally like got herself in a squatting position. And the show, it seems like she's in that position for maybe 1 minute and she just like falls. Like she's shaking. It's so horrible.
Even watching, I was like, girl, just come on, it was a minute. Like,
which a minute would be hard to squat.
Absolutely.
She was there for like 30 minutes.
But for $4.5 million?
I couldn't squat for 30 minutes for 4.5 million.
No, for 1 minute. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, girl, it's a minute. But when you find out that they were there for 30 to 40 minutes and they're paused, I'm like, of course you can't fucking squat for 40 minutes.
By the way, that's why if you watch the first episode, that's why people are laying down. So whenever they're running and they see her turn around, they throw their body on the ground and lay down real quick. So they're
crawling. That's why they're crawling forward.
So they're not standing or in a weird position for 30 to 40 minutes in the freezing cold. And if you notice, everybody's running with their hands in their pocket. It's so their hands wouldn't freeze. Yeah. I'm like, what is the point? Why would you guys not film this in a gymnasium?
Or like close the roof.
Yes, make it warm for these people. Like, my God.
They wanted it to be hard for them. Because the thing is, they ended up filming that entire sequence. It took like around 9 hours.
9 hours.
Crazy. And like the freezing weather and you have to be actually frozen during the time frames just to get the recordings. It's like, oh my, I would freak the fuck out.
I'd be gone quick. But I'm going to say, like, they're not filming it It seems like they just really don't care what the people go through as long as they get their shots. Because if they were making it hard on purpose, they would say that. Like they would say that in the show as a part of the competition. So like you're really seeing how hard it is. They're not telling us that side of the story
because
they don't want us to know. They want us to think it's just like genuinely playing the game. They don't want us to know the reality of it. I know all reality TV is like fake, but
literally.
So there was just like a lot.
And so apparently now like people are coming out and they're saying that they want to sue because they were getting like hypothermia. And then also they didn't allow them to have chapstick. And I did notice watching the show, all their lips were busted boots.
Like whenever you see them talking, because the people are there for weeks, you can see like it was so
like
weird.
Around their mouths were super red.
So
like,
red and like crusted all their lips. So I was like, what the heck? And someone came out and said, I'm like, why can't you have chapstick? This isn't Survivor. That's a different TV show.
Literally, and they were saying that some people had to use condoms, like the lubricant that was inside the condoms. They would use a lubricant as their chapstick to keep their lips from literally melting off.
Why were they allowed to have condoms and not chapstick?
Maybe they thought in the competition that because there's that you share it with boy and girl, like that people would be banging, and they were like, okay, let's provide some condoms for these people in case they want to fucking pound in front of everyone. In front of everyone.
That's not even the show, you know? Like if 450 people can't keep it in their pants for filming a TV show, then maybe like don't be there.
But how is it that people were able to like brush their teeth, comb their hair, but didn't have chapstick?
It doesn't make any sense.
And also, why wouldn't you sneak chapstick in?
Yeah, up the keister.
If I would have known, put it in your prison wallet. I would have put it in my prison wallet.
Me too.
Well, the thing is, like they probably would have never known that they were going to be able to have chapstick there.
Yeah, so you don't even know. Because that's such like a normal
necessity, and it makes sense because people were so fucking cold. So imagine the cold air, environment with your lips. That's why they were so red and flaky.
Tore those lips up,
and
baby.
It fucked them up, dude.
Yo, I don't know. I probably would have been out there pretty quick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was like talking to Laura about it after we were watching. I was like, when do you think that what competition do you feel like you would get out of?
I told him if the circumstances what they were, I would have gotten out in red light, green light.
Honestly, same.
If that was the circumstances.
I'm competitive, so maybe I wouldn't get out red light, green light.
I would have moved because I would have been so cold. I would have moved.
Shaking.
I would have shook. I would have had to like bundle a hand or like try to I would have moved. Like there was
just no way. Yeah, there was just no way you would be able to stay still.
That's what it would have got me.
I wonder if people like chittering again like that, if that counts as a movement.
I hope not. Like shivering. That would suck. It's like kind of an outer body experience where you can't control it as much.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but the whole thing is fishy. There's so many stories coming out. So I'm hoping what happens is they learn from this, and then obviously if they do it again next year, they're able to clean all this mess up.
But do you think they would do it again since it's like the way that they did it? It's like that's just what it is. You're gonna know exactly what you're going into doing it. So it's like, would they really want to do it? Like, would they even do it again?
I feel like everything in the world revolves around money. So if it does well for Netflix, they're going to push. But it's like, would they do the same? People are watching because they want to see those same games played.
Right.
So it's like,
does it get repetitive?
Yeah. Does it get repetitive? Or are they going to switch it up?
Switch up a few games. Yes. Like they did that one game that was switched up. That game wasn't in the original.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe they'll probably do like that or something.
Do you think that they'll get any resolution from the actual thing? Like, do you think that them trying to sue or them trying to get penance from what happened, do you think they'll actually get it, or Netflix will be like, bitch, we signed contracts.
I could be so wrong, but a company like Netflix, when you sign that dotted line, babe, you ain't getting shit
in perpetuity.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I would assume from the outside looking in. You're probably not gonna get anything.
Like, yeah, they can make things public to give Netflix a lot of shit, and that's annoying for Netflix. But I don't know if they're gonna actually shell out some coins for the people. It's like, babe, you lost, you got killed,
you got out,
you got inked.
You ain't getting it.
You're not getting it.
So I would just assume they're probably not gonna.
No. There's no way.
Because of the contracts.
I hope the one that I want to win wins.
I know, me too.
We have the same person we want to win.
I have two people.
Oh, two, yeah.
Honestly, the top three, I'm okay with any of them winning.
I am too.
Just to be clear on that.
I wish they gave that other top third person more of a storyline.
Yeah, so we know who the fuck he is.
I really wish that they gave him more. I feel like he didn't deserve. I was like, he deserved more.
If he made it to the top three, they built so many storylines of people that got out, and I'm like, okay, I know so much about.
Got out fast.
I know. I'm like, I know so much about this person. He's out of the show. What? But we'll see what happens.
You guys should watch.
Definitely.
I really think you guys should watch. For real. I think you guys would really enjoy it. It is very much like a gag. A goop and a gag.
Every episode, your jaw's going to be on the floor.
Laura
with
binged
like
it.
how they. Oh, I binged hard.
I binged it too.
Manny was like, "Oh, they just released the next few episodes. Watching right now."
I was like, Laura, they just they launched. Okay, another pet peeve of mine.
Give it to us. Give it to us.
Is that Netflix is out here doing these stupid things where they're not launching the whole entire episode.
And
the whole
Netflix
season,
was the only app that
they were
would
doing that
always
good
drop
shit.
the whole season.
and now they're separating the season.
It's like binging Netflix is like
culture.
And
like, so they launched the first 5 and then they waited a week or so to launch 4 at the same time. And then now they're waiting another week to launch the finale. Like, you are the only platform that didn't do that shit. Everyone was doing the week by week, and now y'all waiting. Now you guys are spacing it out. I will say it's nice to at least get 5 in a row.
Instead of one week by week. I get so bored with that, and I oftentimes fall off TV shows because if it doesn't pick up enough and it's one a week, I'll just quit watching.
Well, I think Netflix knows that too a lot about other subscription services, so that they're like, okay, we have to like
give them
a good amount,
to get them in it,
to get them stuck
committed,
and then we'll give them 1 week break.
A lot of times when my favorite TV shows, like as they're coming out, like the morning show and all those are coming out, I won't watch them until the whole season's out.
Exactly, and
then I binge.
And Netflix is their bottom line is based off of how many people watch something and they binge it. So like they know something is good when someone binges something.
It's me. I'm the binger.
We're keeping Netflix alive.
Okay, our next topic is Emma Chamberlain. Emma has been one of my favorite influencers for such a long time, but she's kind of hit a wall and she's ran into some bumps with her audience. She recently went on a podcast where she was supposed to discuss the breakdown of her businesses and her whole career. Unfortunately, on TikTok, they do as they did and they chopped up the episode and it takes all the they Frankensteined it and they take all the context about, and I watched these clips myself, they take all the context of what the podcast is about and what the conversation is, and then they just take this heightened moment of her saying a blurb and then everybody attacks Emma. And I'm like, if you guys watch the whole podcast, she's breaking down her whole career and like y'all are just seeing little no context clips and it sounds like she's talking shit about her career, which is not what it was. So that was annoying, but that is what TikTok is notorious.
Yeah, of course. It's like for the clips. They want the bites, the sound bites.
They want the sound bites. So I'm like, that's bullshit. Second of all, go watch the full podcast instead of bashing her. Third of all, on the podcast, she did say, I quit uploading to YouTube. She signed a massive Spotify podcast deal. So she uploads podcasts once to twice a week. So she's
on
podcasting.
Spotify only. And not on YouTube.
I think she's uploading video format too. She said that on the podcast. She was like, damn, whoever came up with video format sucks. But she was like, I engage more too with video. So I'm shooting video too. Got it. So she's doing
how did she even get that deal? If Spotify got that deal, I wonder like how is that even possible?
I don't know how it all works, but anyway, so she basically is like wants to quit being a YouTuber and quit vlogging and move into podcasting, which it's like it's kind of weird because when the audience, you kind of make the beast.
Totally.
Like it's alleged that her deal was like $20 million with Spotify. I don't know if that's true. That number's true or not, but it was a massive deal. And she even said it was. And it's like when you give someone that much money, no, they're not gonna like work their ass off for YouTube anymore. Like it's so much hard work. So you already collected the bag. So now I feel like she's just kind of doing what she's passionate about. Fashion, her coffee brand, being a podcaster. It is a fun thing to do. And like, obviously you're going to fall out of those things that were really hard to do that she's done for years and years and years.
Because if you make money from doing things that you're passionate about, you want to go towards the passion.
Exactly. And so that's kind of what's happening. And I like feel that for her. Like, it's not like she, you know, did YouTube for 2 seconds and quit. She did this shit for years and years and years. And she's still young, but she started so young as a teenager. So, you know, she's done a good job at it and it's paid off for her. And now she gets to do what she wants. But she also was talking about how she was losing followers now and she's on her decline. But she was very aware because I was like, I hope she knows why she's losing followers. And she was. She said on the podcast that she was losing followers because she transitioned. And she was like, whenever you pivot and do something else, you're not going to take your full audience with you. And she understands that that's why. And I'm like, I agree with that. You do fashion on your Instagram now and you quit vlogging and you podcast. So she uploaded 3 YouTube videos this whole year.
Damn.
The third one just went up like last week.
Damn.
And it's called Are You Mad at Me? And it's for her audience. And I watched it immediately because I'm a huge Emma Chamberlain fan. I think I probably always will be. I just love her to death. And it's such a good, it's just a good old Emma Chamberlain vlog that she uploaded. So my thing is, I feel like it's not the vlogging that she hates. I feel like it's like once you're so big, it's so much pressure and you get picked apart about everything. So it's easier just to be like, okay, bitch, I'm done. Like, let me just stay in my little corner with my podcasting, you know, trying to please everyone. It's like you already collected the bag. Now just like do what you want to do. This episode of Full Coverage is sponsored by BetterHelp. You guys, I love BetterHelp. It is online therapy. It's easy to access. And my favorite thing is you can be paired up with a licensed therapist within 24 hours.
And, you know, we are in the season of gift giving right now. And what better way to give yourself to give of therapy? I've been in therapy so many times in my life. It's absolutely incredible. Like, especially during hard times, I've always really needed like just an extra pick me up and just like kind of a board to bounce back with of like different ideas of how I can be seeing things in a different way. And BetterHelp is such a great way of doing that from the comfort of your own home.
I couldn't agree more. And I think it's a way to make therapy so accessible for everyone. So if you guys are thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out the brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist. And you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
In the season of giving, give yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/fullcoverage today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fullcoverage. 100%. So why is she getting like shit?
I think people don't like that she's so famous and feel like she doesn't do as much now.
Got it.
But it's like so famous for it. But I'm like, y'all created
Y'all made her famous.
Y'all made her this famous, which, you know, I love it for her. I think she's handled it with so much grace and she looks good on the red carpet.
She looks fucking great.
She looks fucking great.
I love seeing her on it. It's such a fun, like, it's cool to see her go from like YouTuber to like fashionista to podcaster. I think it's fun. I think it's really cool that she's able to like jump around and do different things and have fun with it and take a lot of her audience with her.
Yeah.
You know?
I also see it as whenever you see a YouTuber transition and get those opportunities, she opens the doors for other YouTubers.
100%.
So I'm not jealous. I'm rooting for her.
Absolutely. Just do more and do more and do more.
Right. Because like if you could pick a YouTuber to get to transition and do these great things, pick someone who, you know, seems like a good person, minds her business, you know, doesn't do anything crazy online, is a good representation for like a person on YouTube. So it makes us all look good.
100%.
You know, I'm like, keep going, girl. Keep going. Keep doing your thing. I think she does fantastic.
I saw a clip of hers that was on TikTok and she was saying how she hasn't like looked at her bank account in like years.
I will say when she said that, I was like, she doesn't hear the privilege in her voice. But sometimes, you know, you do live in that world. Like, facts are facts. Facts are facts. The girl is a multi-millionaire. And she's one of those people who basically her point was, I'm not checking it money every 2 seconds. She's like, I don't like that shit. She's like, I just want my coffee and like what I need and like my card to work when I swipe it.
Exactly.
But it comes across as like people are scrounging, living paycheck to paycheck, checking their accounts every 5 minutes to see if they have enough money to get a drink. And you flawlessly live through life not having to check your bank account for years. It's like very tone deaf.
Totally. And then it's also like it becomes in the conversation of like, is she like supposed to be aware of everyone else's financial situation though? Because then it becomes that. Then it's like, so then is she not allowed to be honest about things because people are going to be mad that she was honest about something?
That's why people.
So then you start to again like things like that when things happen, you pull back again. So then you pull back again, you pull back, and then you have to start. That's why again celebrities are so private and all these things because it's like people have made them pull back so much because they get shredded for being honest about things. And the life that they live, that they're just like, you know what, then I'm just going to throw the facade out there and that's all you're going to get. You're just going to get the fake ass, phony ass, bitch ass me.
A lot of the times I feel like whenever you like celebrities, everybody, influencers constantly get criticized, it doesn't change what they're doing, their behavior. It's not going to make Emma go, oh my gosh, you're so right. That was tone deaf of me. I'm going to start checking my bank account every day. No, she's just now going to be more private and not talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, it makes people be like, oh, don't talk about that. That's all it does.
I think also like it's a good rule of thumb though to not be so open with like money stuff and about like checks that you're cashing and like all these kind of things. I think that in general that just goes for like every walk of life, not just social media influencers. It's like to be aware of like people's financial situations and in some capacity and not like, you know, talk about that. Don't talk about like money, especially during like the holidays when people are like going through hard times. Like,
it's true.
You know, it's just like kind of a rule of thumb, and that goes for literally everyone under the sun. Like, don't flaunt. If you have money, don't flaunt it.
Yeah.
Like, don't be crazy about it. At least, like, just like let it be, because not everyone's in that situation. And I know it's hard because again, there's like the bubble, and you kind of want to just be honest about certain things, but sometimes it can come across like tone deaf.
Yeah, you know? And I think that's what that did. So. Yeah, you know, it's a back and forth conversation, but I love Emma. I hope the best for her. I would love to see her continue vlogging, but I mean, honestly, you get like, the Spotify check, girl. Do what makes you happy. I want to do what makes me happy.
Do you listen to her podcast too?
I have here and there, but no, not as much.
It's not the same. It's not the same like kind of vlogging vibe.
It's so not the same at all. I mean, a lot of people listen. Don't get me wrong, but I like watching vlogs, so I like the vlog.
Got it.
Okay, let's talk about Miss Gary on the Golden Bachelor. Scandal.
There's a scandal with Gary. You read the story. Like, what was the actual like take away as to why people were pissed at Miss Gary? Because Gary chose his person. The Bachelor is over, or you know, the Golden Bachelor is over. He has his girly. So what's the issue now?
So on the show, as you saw, Gary is like this innocent man who has not dated anyone since his wife passed away, which was a long time ago. So he's saying he's been single, waiting to find love, and hasn't seen anybody since his wife does. He reiterates that several times on the show. Keep in mind, producers have a deep hand in any of this. Before they probably even allowed him to be the Golden Bachelor, I would assume the producers probably told him his story that he'll tell. Yeah,
you're like, okay, this is gonna be like definitely like your storyboard.
Yeah,
this is what it's gonna be. This is gonna be your fantasy. Like, this is the like life that you're gonna live on here.
This is what you're saying in the interviews.
Yes,
like,
and you see it, and you like all the bachelors kind of start to act the same because they're all like vetted.
It's a vetted story, and they had to do storytelling, and like producers help build those stories. So I'm not trying to say like Gary's innocent in this, but I'm just trying to say when you're literally I don't want to say a nobody, but you're not a person on TV and no one knows who you are, and then you have this TV show that you know is going to have you on and make you famous as the Golden Bachelor, and they tell you your story, you're probably gonna say it. You're probably going to take it. What do you have to lose?
Exactly.
So Gary goes on. He says, you know, he hasn't dated anyone. He's looking for love, all this, blah, blah, blah. And then a few women have come out and said, girl,
I dated you.
A month after your wife died, we dated for months and lived together.
They lived together?
Yes, they lived together. And like, they lived together for over a year. They dated for months. And there was another woman that he dated as well. So there were multiple women he dated. So the storyline isn't true. Shocker, reality TV. It's not real. But everybody's telling the girl he picked, everybody's like, run. And then there's also controversy because, you know, there's a top two and then he picks one.
Yep.
Well, I will say whenever he was talking to one of the women, I don't want to spoil it and say names.
Don't spoil it.
But he was definitely, I was shocked because he was like, you know, he was like saying stuff like, you know, whenever you find the person you cannot live without, that's you. And then he didn't pick her.
You're joking.
So she was like, what the fuck? Why would you say that to me?
Like
she goes off on him. She goes straight off. I would have gone off on him too, because when he said it and didn't pick her, I was like, what the
Like, how can you say like something like that?
Like, that's too
severe.
much if you're not going to pick her.
Don't say things like, I can't live without you.
And like, you know, yeah.
That's like that's like too crazy.
That
like,
was leading on. She definitely thought she was going to, I would have thought I was getting picked. I thought he was picking her because he said that. I was like, oh, so he's telling us.
If someone says something that's severe to you, you're going to assume that you're going to get picked.
Part of me is like, did the producers tell him to say that too? Maybe.
I honestly don't think that they did. I think what the producers do is they build the stories. They build the storylines. They build out like things that they want, like these certain things to flow a certain way. But at the end of the day, like what he says is what he's saying. A lot of the time, like he's saying things, and like they might be building the story around it, but it's still coming out of his mouth, and he has to know whether or not to say certain things or not. Like they did not say like, hey, you should really pretend to lead her on a lot and say this and just not pick her.
Yeah.
They're not gonna say that because he actually cares about her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he probably did feel that in that moment, but he just couldn't live without the other one more, I guess. I don't know. Like I literally am like, this is crazy. Like
I also
the show
keep
is
in
crazy.
mind he's like an old guy.
Mhm.
Like you have to remember, like he went from being nobody to being this super famous first ever Golden Bachelor with all this attention on him. And it's like, you don't always know how to handle every situation. Like I'm sure never in his life did he have 2 women waiting to marry him that he's been dating to get, you know, it's a very unique situation. I don't think Gary's like this evil plotting man to get famous. I think, you know, it's just.
He just dated people before.
Yeah.
And it finally came out
the
that
magic
you
of
dated
reality
people.
TV. Like, and everybody's like telling the girl he picked to run, and I disagree with that.
No, because he treated her so well.
He did.
Like he probably really genuinely cares about her, loves her so much. Just like I'm sure he loved the other one, the runner-up. But I don't think that he's this evil person. I think that the experience is hard.
Yeah.
And I think that people say things that they don't mean, and people say, you know, crazy shit when you're in the heat of the moment because there's so many feelings involved.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he's purposefully trying to be this like manipulator. I really don't believe it.
Yeah.
He's just like a, you know, a sweet like grandpa vibes.
He is. He does.
70-year-old man.
Vibes, yeah. So I don't
like,
think.
Come on.
I think it's just like it's a little lie.
A white lie.
I don't understand why he didn't think he was going to get exposed though. Like if you dated people, they're going to say you dated them, especially
like,
if you're on TV. They're going to take that bait and like put it out there. Like they're going to. Like,
and the stories like were proven too. Like the people that dated
him,
like they were proven. Like they showed text messages, they showed receipts, they showed all these things. Like it wasn't like this like potential hearsay. It's like no, they like actually happened.
Yeah,
which I thought was wild.
Kind of blows a hole in the story.
Kind of blows the hole in the whole Bachelor in general.
It does,
but it's not a surprise. Like the Bachelor is kind of all over the place sometimes.
It's reality TV.
It's reality TV.
It's not real.
It's not real, Rue. It's not real.
Okay, our next topic is Joey King versus Jacob Elordi. So basically, the kissing booth. Who saw it on Netflix? I loved it.
I loved it.
I thought it was precious.
That was so freaking cute.
Yeah.
I think Joey King is such a great actress. I think that Jacob's an amazing actor. Like I think that they're both very talented people.
Yeah.
So watching it, I'm like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a great time watching Kissing Booth. I loved them both in it.
Jacob so the movie is very loved. It's a little rom-com between 2 young. I think they're in high school in the movie, like a coming-of-age rom-com. It's so cute. Joey King's the love interest. Jacob Elordi's one of the love interests. And so Jacob made a statement saying, what did he say about it?
He basically was just kind of like, he kind of rolls his eyes at the thought of the movie. He's like,
embarrassed
he's embarrassed of it, essentially. He doesn't like really like.
It's a goofy Netflix film.
Yeah, like I think he wants to be taken more serious as like a more serious actor, and that was one of his biggest roles was doing the Kissing Booth like that.
That's what put him on. I think.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
I never seen him in my life until Kissing Booth. That was the first time I ever saw him.
I think that might have been the first time I ever saw him as well, and then like Euphoria.
But why do you think he got Euphoria? Because he was on the Kissing Booth. It's
Kissing
stepping
Booth was
stones.
first, right?
Kissing Booth was first.
See?
So you have
like,
to,
I think that it's very Robert with Twilight.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson, whenever he's like, that made us all, did nothing for our careers, made us all look bad. I'm like, no, bitch.
Diva.
No one would, Diva, you look stupid as hell running through the forest. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh.
And then when they sprayed you with glitter,
you could outrun
someone
me.
should have been fired. But
As if you could
you would
catch me.
not even be famous if it weren't for those movies because those put you on
the map.
like, no, read what Joey King had to say.
So then Joey made a statement.
Who
and she
also
said,
went on to do many huge roles. She did Gypsy Rose.
I mean, she literally has done so many, like even as a child, she was an actor. Like she's been doing things forever. Yeah. She goes, I think it's unfortunate anyone would feel that way. I had a great time making those movies, and no matter what anyone says. Do you think that she's taking a dig because he is her ex?
I didn't know that.
They dated.
Oh, that changes everything. Duh.
They dated.
Oh,
so she's like, and she's like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, I think that regardless.
I think it's stupid what he said.
I mean, like, girl, why ever, like, I just don't think I think it's weird to ever like clown a role that you had that really helped your career.
Yeah.
Like, cause that helped. And the thing is, like, he wasn't like some cringe person in the movie. Like he was like I think he was like the bad boy. I can't even remember. But he was like the bad boy. Looked cool. He was very handsome. Guy. He was the cool guy. So I'm like, you didn't even look like a corny ass bitch. And you are saying like, and he's embarrassed by it.
He thinks I don't want to shit on him because I still like him as an actor. Yeah, like this isn't like some crazy huge deal, but it's like you get to be a hot shot once you get Euphoria and a couple other serious roles. And then you look at your goofy, lighter roles and then you kind of trash them. You can't forget everybody has their star.
And the thing is also like, everyone has a different nuance. Like, yeah, you were like this much more intense, serious character in Euphoria and more love interest in, Kissing Booth. But it's like people that would want to watch a rom-com are going to watch that and they're going to see you in it. People that want something a little more dark and intense, they're going to watch Euphoria. They're going to watch like whatever it might be. Like, and then you were part of that in every which way, in every part of a lot of people's journey.
We've done a lot of goofy, stupid content back in our day that I would never do today, but I'm grateful for it. Brenda and Shirley show.
Totally.
I've done hacks videos. I've done the Halloween, like all the goofy shit that, I'm older now. I do, more aesthetic. Reviews and things like that. But I don't necessarily regret those videos because they kind of put me where I'm at today.
Yeah, and then they like the audience that you had for it, like loved you for it. So it's like,
yeah, exactly. You love it for what it is.
Yeah, you love it for what it is. So I feel like that. I would agree with what Joey King is saying 100%. I'd be like, girl, why would you even like hate on your last role? It's like, it helped put you on even more than you are.
You're lucky to get any role.
In this economy, after the strike that just happened, baby, any role is a goal.
So
any role is a goal.
He's wrong for that.
Wrong for that, and I love that man. I would do a lot of things for Jacob Elordi.
Oh, we know.
I would do so many damn things. Okay, last story of the night. A YouTuber makes his own plane go down for clicks.
He staged a plane crash, which the plane really did crash, but it wasn't going down. He made it.
He made it seem like it was going down. He was like, oh no.
He jumps out of the plane to go viral on YouTube. When I tell you people will do anything to go viral.
Honey, we've learned that long ago.
We did.
We learned that with
they will say
bad
and do anything. That's why you can't trust shit on the internet because the power behind going viral corrupts people.
It does. It really, like when people are so obsessed with the views of things, when they're so consumed by look what's happened like with Logan Paul. With the forest. Like
that's what happened to him.
You constantly chase that high of millions and millions and millions of views. So when you're that kind of person that like needs that fix of views like that intensely, your like inhibitions, everything gets kind of lowered. Like things that you wouldn't do get lower for the views.
Yep.
So it's like you kind of have to like be really aware and conscious of that. So this guy staged a crash. He actually is now going to prison.
Oh my God, yes. That's the crazy part of the story. He's going to prison for 6 months for doing it. I didn't know it was illegal to crash.
I had no idea it was a federal crime.
I had no idea. I mean, I've never had a plane hanging out to crash. Exactly. Like I've never had an extra plane lying around.
No, I was literally like, oh shit, he's actually.
It was like a one-seater prop plane, wasn't it? Yes. Like a small.
It was like his prop plane. So he made the prop plane go down, like crash, the whole thing. Rents like a helicopter to get it all out and not report it.
He wanted to clean up the plane wreck himself because they would have investigated what caused the plane to go down.
I'm gonna pull up his name.
Find his name. I'm looking his channel up. I've never heard of this person in my life.
Yeah, I've never heard of him either. Go look up his channel.
Same with 8 Passengers. What the hell? These people are out here.
They've been doing the most reviews, honestly. It's honestly too much.
Trevor.
Y'all are acting a fucking fool.
He has 143,000. Oh, and he's like a stunt channel. Like he be doing crazy. I crashed my plane. The video's a year old, so I'm assuming his court date just came up then. And it has 4.4 million views on it.
Worth it.
Motocross.
Just kidding.
6 months is a long time.
That's crazy.
Motocross jump near death. See, he be doing all this stupid shit for his channel.
He's doing it for like
it's a stunt channel, but he like faked a plane crash. I crashed my plane, and then he cleaned up the mess. So
you didn't have to report it. But it's like, I guess I will not lie. I didn't know that was a crime.
I did not know that was a crime.
I think that's crazy. I just didn't know it was a federal crime.
I truly have to wonder if he even knew that was a federal crime.
I feel like he didn't. Because I think that if he knew that was a federal crime, he probably wouldn't have done that. And because he probably doesn't want to go to behind bars for 6 months. So
my God.
So basically, he had lied to the prosecutors about where the plane went down, and he ended up just getting it himself. So that was where the legal issue lies.
He lied to the federal prosecutors. So that's probably what
maybe don't lie to the federal people.
He probably thought it was a little white lie.
Don't lie to the feds.
He probably thought it was a little white lie. He's like,
He was like, fuck,
when
fuck,
they
fuck,
said,
fuck, fuck.
Where did the plane crash?
I don't remember. Like
He
this.
got to prison. That's what he did. And he went to prison for 6 months.
But then the fact that he says, I don't know, but then gets it himself, girl, come on.
Girl, you gotta
how
find
did you
something else.
You don't think the feds have like these like things in the sky to track people and shit?
I mean, they can find a plane.
They can find a
Actually, they
plane.
can't. If they wanted to, they would, because we've had many missing planes.
We have.
We've had.
But they could have been teleported
And they
into
were
a different universe.
747s. Okay. No. The FAA recently reinstated it. So even though he's going to prison, they were like, you can have your pilot license back. Yeah, I
Why
think
would
if he
you give back
intentionally,
someone's license when
if
they
he
crashed it?
intentionally crashed a plane, I don't think you should be able to fly planes anymore. If you're intentionally
Crashing a fucking
them,
plane. Don't fly planes.
Yeah, don't fly planes.
I crashed my plane. As the title, like, come on. Like, that's crazy. Like, people are fucking crazy.
That is the moral of the story.
Like, moral story is that people will do
anything to
corrupt
go
things.
viral, so don't believe shit on the internet.
And like, it reminds me of like so much of those things, like when I get tagged a lot, and I'm sure you do too, of like these clips of people using products that are so like faked and so phony, and they're like showing something that's completely like not real, like putting a mask on. They put fake blackheads on, and they wipe it, and it's like blackhead free, and it's like, girl, all this stuff is fake. It's all for virality. It's all for the sales. Like, it's all fucking phony and fake. And I won't even respond to those things because it's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid to me that I'm literally like, you guys, please do not fall for like the dumbass shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If it seems too good to be true, guess what?
It probably is.
It is. It is.
Exactly.
And that is it for this week of full coverage. But we have a special guest coming to full coverage next week. So be sure to tune in.
Get ready, because that one's a mess.
Rowdy.
A rowdy
girly
mess.
Yes.
In the best way. I love her to death.
Yes, we do.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys in next week's episode, and then it's our break for the year. And then we'll start 2024 hot in with some new full coverage.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.